Okay, as you can see, I already started this painting. Been here quite a few days. This is my day 3, morning 3. I go for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, trying to get this beautiful scene here. A bit of a farmscape. I'll just oil up the painting first. A bit of liquid. I like glazing it back. And then I'll pull it forward again. I'll just oil up the painting first. A bit of liquid. I like glazing it back. And then I'll pull it forward again. Ever so slightly, not even hardly noticeable. I want to muddy the paint. Painting is just a little bit too big. There's a lot of good things happening here already. Glazing it with a lighter, milkier color here to get a sense of air. You see that sense of air? Yeah, it's already over here. Very nice. There is definitely a sense of air here. The sun is hot today and it's winter. Every time you glaze it back and you pull it forward, you just get more and more depth. That's what I've noticed. Well, that's the truth there. See, with you take this value versus this value on a flat surface, and then it'll help you distinguish different values. I'm just checking it here for myself now. See, the sky value versus that value, there's a big difference between this value and that value. The sky and the mountain. And then we've also got that, which is the clouds. So, I mean, that's the trees in the background versus this value versus that value. So I'll show you understand. And yeah, I don't have enough change from here to there to there. There's be a bigger change here. But at the same time, the color must be a little bit more subdued. Yet see, I've brought up the value a bit closer towards the white. See that? This creates more depth. So as things move towards the background, they do get lighter. But it's still a glaze. Can you see? It's still a glaze. It's not. I'm not killing my detail underneath. So the detail there coming through the trees. So it helps to show that the trees are in front of the mountain. Yeah. Just create some air there. Like I'm very in tune with this painting, but it's been a long way, so now's the time where you're having okay. Now I just spotted something different somewhere else. I'm using soft brushes for this stage because like I tiled the colors and the tones in with the very thick, heavy brushes, the hard brushes. And now I'm just like tweaking and working very sensitively with glazes and thin layers of paint. So I'm working with thinner brushes, softer brushes, much more softer brushes. I just saw a cow there, like one of the tones on the cow. That brought me, I think I want to simplify that situation there a bit. Just want to check the value here a bit versus something else, a little bit oranger, a little bit more orange. You don't realize when you glaze how much you've pushed things back until you bring a color in again, or tone, lighter tone, and then you realize it's really changed. That's how you create nice contrast. You want contrast. You want your differences in your medium tones, and then your contrast between your light and your dark to be quite there. So you can see it versus that. There's even more of a change there, but I don't want to go too much. A really strong change here, actually. Huge change. And then the sky has got even a stronger change. So watch this. Pull it back. Pull it up, I mean. Pull it forward with. See that? That's doing it now. And that's not pure white. Pure white is straight out of the tube. The moment it comes out of the tube and you put it on your brush and you move it around like even the slightest, it's not pure white anymore. Whether you know it or not, there's pigment in there now. And even black, you can You can destroy black so easy just by moving the slightest bit of white in there, the slightest bit of color in black, and it's no longer black. It's no longer the darkest dark. See, I love it. It's that sensitivity to tonal value that you want to be aware of all the time. And you know what, you can come back to this scene as long as this light is there, as long as this farm is still here, you can come back to it. So just make a note of your time, because plein air painting doesn't have to take 5 minutes, and you don't have to work it only for 2 hours and then that's it. You can come back to that scene time and time and time again. Work your layers as if you are in a studio. Just don't come back at the wrong time of day. And then while the light is still at that optimum place, you can come and you can play with every area of your canvas. You're in control of every aspect. Take your time. It's also another thing with plein air painting, we get nervous. We want to get that scene down. Don't get nervous. Just enjoy it. Take it one day at a time. Let's say you work at it many days at a time. But then I really think that there can be a masterpiece in the lurking somewhere. Because we don't operate well under stress. We operate really well when we're in our own little space, somewhere on a mountain, in our own little world. That's the green coming through there. Hey, Makeet! I'll bring it. I didn't bring it with me. I'll bring your photo. I didn't bring it with. Are you staying here, eh? Maybe I'll come and knock on your door. What time you home? Shop Makeet, I'll do it for you. He wants a photograph of this beautiful shepherding that he's doing here. Yes, I love it. Eh? This is his job. I don't think this is a bad job at all. It's a nice job. See, as things get a bit closer, I noticed, and you'll notice all the time, nature's teaching you the whole time, that things are slightly and definitely brighter as they get closer towards you, and as those things move away, they get a little bit more, the chroma decreases, they become a bit more less vibrant, less colorful. Color decreases, the chroma reduces. I promise you, nature will teach you. When I stepped out of my studio and into the real world, I felt overwhelmed by the amount of detail that's out here compared to a photograph. I felt so overwhelmed. I felt like I was just starting all over again, and I've been painting for about 20 years now. But you give it a bit of time and you find your feet, eh? You find your feet, you just relax, persistently come out. I mean, the edges, everything is there. Whatever your eye can see, you can have it. With the photograph, I think whatever the eye allows you, whatever the photograph allows you to see, that's your limitation. That's as far as it'll go. You can draw, you can pull as much as you want out of the photo. The photo is still limited, you know. And I've seen people paint beautiful paintings from photos. Beautiful. I've painted from photos for almost 20 years. You know, sometimes you can't get that shepherd guy to just stand still for you for an hour. So photos have a real advantage. I mean, I think if some of the masters were around still, they would use photos. There's a richness in that ground that I want to get. I don't know how to get there. I'm going to try and see if I can get that color right. Got another thing here that I do. Another thing is I'll paint it on here and look at the flavors. Try and see what flavor colors I got here. I can't get that color right, you know. But it helps me to see what flavor I've got on my canvas compared to, you know, what they say, value, chroma, and the color. The hue. What color is it? I think I got that. If I'm wrong, just correct me. I'm still learning as well around all these values and these terms. See, then I can see a little bit of yellow, yeah, a bit warmer. See, I'm just checking the color. Color's good, yeah. A bit more orange. See, there we go. It's a nice color. I like that color. Just to indicate that soil, you know. And I thought of actually simplifying a lot here, not having too much busyness so that it becomes a little bit easier to read in the very detailed areas. But the more you just, not too much, because you don't want to make it. Yeah, you see that sense of light on that ground now is nice. You can actually turn it down a little bit, but I'll do that in the glaze. I can do it now too. Just do this. What's the opposite of orange? Blue. Opposite of yellow? Purple. So then I'll just work there. Turn it down with that. Reduce the chroma. It's a beautiful color here. Oh, you see how that works for me. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take that pure white straight out the tube, and I'm just going to measure it, pulling it down, I'm going to just put a slight little bit of warmth in it. See, the wind is picking up a little bit. Oh, yeah. Let's warm it up slightly. Don't overdo anything. As soon as you feel yourself overdoing something, pull back. Sometimes the most subtle marks, subtle detail, speaks the loudest, definitely the loudest, against something else, you know. It's a culmination of all these subtle beauties and marks that you create your masterpiece. And of course, the longer you stand here, and the more you work, the more you'll begin to see